During the summer and fall of 1969, Robert struggled with the issue of network topology, the interconnection of nodes. Based on his prior experience with the telephone companies, he knew he had to order the communication lines well in advance of when they could be needed. So he began simulating network topologies on a computer and quickly concluding he needed expert help. Robert decided to write a letter to his brother, Dr. Howard, to seek help.
Dear Howard, how are you? I hope you are good. How's your family doing? Sorry to disturb you. I'm in a very stressed moment here and I need your help for my research. Please let me know if you're free. Love, Robert.
After a few days, Robert meets Howard at his house. They discuss about their personal life and also Robert's problems. Robert opened up his thought about the issue of network topology. Dr. Howard listened patiently and talked through his problems. They shook hands and came with a solution. Both met at Robert's house and began discussing about the issue after a week. After hours of discussing, Robert handed over his research to Dr. Howard Frank. He could not take the pressure any further. Howard took things to his own hands. He thought through everything he learned from. He walked around his house and finally cleared the issue. Howard Frank had founded Network Analysis Corporation, NAC, a company specializing in topological design based on his groundbreaking work at the Office of Emergency Preparedness.
Star topology is a network topology where each individual piece of a network is attached to a central node, often called a hub or switch. This attachment of these network pieces to a central component is visually represented in the form similar to a star. Star topology is also known as a star network.
Audio Jungle.
Star topology is one of the common network setup. In this configuration, every node connects to a central network device like a hub, switch, or computer. The central network device acts as a server and peripheral device acts as a client. Each device is connected to a point-to-point to a central network which is either a hub or switch. Hub manages and control all the function of the network. It also acts as a multi-port repeater and for the data flow. Hub used to connect segments of LAN and contain multiple ports. Hub can be passive or segment of a LAN contains multiple ports. Hub can be passive or active. Passive hubs are used to connect a point of which router all the traffic. Supply take all the packet they receive on a single port and broadcast them across the all ports. Active hub contain electronic circuit that regenerate and retransmit the information. Active hub actually do something other than simply broadcast the data. Generally, they have all the features of a passive hub. With the added feature that actually watching the data being sent out, active hub takes a larger role in Internet communication by implementing the technology called store and forward, where the hub actually look at the data they are transmitting before sending it. Also repair the certain damaged package. Data is passed through the hub before reaching the destination. For example, device A want to transmit data to device B. Device A first send the data to the hub. If the hub is passive, it rebroadcasts the data to all the devices in the star network, including the device A. Each device has to read the address specified in the data to determine if the data is indent for the device. If the address is different, then the data is discarded. If the hub is active, it regenerates the data before it broadcasts. A physical star network that uses a central hub operates as per logic bus topology. On the other hand, a physical star network is using a switch function as per logic star topology. This is because the switch has the capacity to read the address mentioned in the data and direct the data to the indent receiver.
Common computer network topologies. In its simplest form, a star network consists of one central hub which acts as conduit to transmit messages. In star topology, every node, computer, workstation or any other peripherals is connected to a central hub. The switch is the server and the peripherals are the clients. A star network is an implementation of a spoke hub distribution paradigm in the computer networks. Thus, the hub and leaf nodes and the transmission lines between them form a graph with the topology of a star. Data on the star network passes through the hub, switch or concentrator before continuing its destination. The hub, switch or concentrator manages and controls all functions of the network. It also acts as a repeater for the data flow. Its configuration is common with twisted pair cable and optical fiber cable. However, it can also be used with a coaxial cable. Star topology reduces the impact of a line failure by connecting all of its system to a central node. When applied to a bus-based network, this central hub rebroadcasts all transmissions received from any peripheral node to all peripheral nodes on the network, sometimes including the originating node. All peripheral nodes may thus communicate with all the others by transmitting to and receiving from the central node only. The failure of a transmission line linking any peripheral nodes to the central node will result in isolation of the peripheral nodes from all the others, but the rest of the systems will be unaffected.
Hello, Ruben. I was thinking about what teacher taught us in classes now, about the star topology. I was wondering whether they have any advantages for the topology.
Hi dude, there's actually quite a number of advantages compared to disadvantages in star topology. I'll tell you a few.
Oh really? Because I only can think of the disadvantages in star topology.
One of the advantages of star topology is, as compared to bus topology, it gives far much better performance. Signals don't necessarily get transmitted to all the workstation. A send signal reaches the intended destination after passing through no more than 3 to 4 devices and 2 to 3 links. Performance of the network is dependent on the capacity of central hub.
Actually, there are very disadvantages of star topology. First, too much dependency on central device has its own drawbacks. If one fails, the whole network goes down.
Second advantage of star topology is easy to connect new nodes or devices. In star topology, new nodes can be added easily without affecting the rest of the network. Similarly, components can also be removed easily.
The use of hub, a router or switch as central device increases the overall cost of the network.
Third advantage of star topology is centralized management. It helps in monitoring the network.
Performance and as well as the number of nodes which can be added in such topology is dependent on the capacity of central device.
The fourth advantage of star topology is failure of one node or link doesn't affect the rest of the network. At the same time, it's easy to detect the failure and troubleshoot it.
It requires more cable length than the linear topology. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello?